Hey family. So thank you for being here this morning for this very special episode of Vibe Up, remembering a great witch queen this morning. So I wanted to share with you a little bit about the experience I've had since finding out that TipToe Chick transitioned and what it means. So let's pray. A deep breath. Source, God, Goddess, I am. I know that there is one life. And I know that this life expresses as many lives. And I know that this life is a glorious life. And that this one life expressed as a beautiful life known as the TipToe Chick. And that this life begat more life in the form of children and videos and creations and so much of her own self, her own vital life poured into beautiful children and into the world and into family and into love. So Holy Spirit, we pray and ask that blessings abound TipToe Chick's children, family, parents, her sister, everyone whose life she ever touched. And we pray that her rising be gentle and beautiful, and we're praying her ascent and knowing that she is now surrounded by the angels and becomes a powerful ally for us in the spirit realms. We're so thankful for this life. So mote it be. So I have no makeup on this morning. My eyes are swollen. Been crying since I found out yesterday from the beautiful witch Kellyanne Maddox here on YouTube. And this morning on Vibe Up, usually I would be so happy, elated to be with you LoveTubers, chatting, and ringing bells and pulling cards. And last night I realized I didn't feel like doing any of that. I only feel like sharing. So chat turned disabled for this video, and I just want to share with you why when I heard the news I took it so hard. Why was it that it was just like, I don't want to say a knife plunging into my soul, but it felt very, very, very visceral. And I didn't know her personally. I knew her through YouTube, and that is knowing a person personally, because you get to look in a person's eyes and you get to see what they're about, and you get to see so much because TipToe Chick shared so much. So I asked, why did this hit me so hard? Like, we didn't know each other, and then we knew each other. We didn't know each other. So what was my experience of TipToe Chick? And I'll share with you what my experience of her was, and then why it hit me so hard, and then a message for you. So my experience of TipToe Chick was that years ago I came on YouTube. So this is 2018 as I share this. Early November, TipToe Chick transitioned out of her body 2 days before Samhain. A powerful witch here on YouTube, and she's just has an amazing presence. And I guess it might have been 8, 9 years ago, maybe longer, I watched her videos. And the first time I watched her video, I said, oh wow, what a cute cute lady, so cute, so friendly, so herself. And she used to say, hey tubies. And oh, I got the God bumps when I said that, because I know she's here with us. And whenever you hear that, you know you're gonna hear something authentic, something inspiring, something uniquely TipToe Chick. I put my tissues here because just in case I didn't get through this without a tear or two. So I'm proud of myself because I'm doing good so far. So I used to watch her like 8, 9 years ago, this might have been like, this is 2018 now, maybe around 2010, I used to watch her. And when I watched her, I was new to YouTube. I've been on YouTube. This coming April will be 10 years since my first upload to YouTube. So I joined YouTube in September 2008, so 10 years ago. And I uploaded my first video that's still here on the channel in April of 2009. So you can imagine, and I was not uploading videos about witchcraft. I was not uploading videos about anything magical or witchy. I didn't come out on YouTube until several years later. I came out on YouTube 7 years ago in 2011. So 3 years before I came out on YouTube as a witch, I was watching her videos. And she was talking about her life and her path. And she was so open and clear. That's two things that I got from TipToe Chick. She was open and clear. She was clear about her path, not, unapologetic, and she was open. She shared so much. She shared so much. So I used to watch her and I used to be like, wow, and then I remember one of her videos I was watching, she had moved and she was showing us her whole witchy room. And I was so inspired by that witchy room. And what I love about her family is that her sister and her family, they're all keeping up her YouTube channel. And not long before she passed and gave up her body, she said to her sister, hey, I hit 48,000 subscribers. Wouldn't it be something? Or she said something like, wouldn't it be something if I hit 50,000 subscribers? And she was at 48,000 then. And her sister said, yeah. And posthumously, she reached 50,000 subscribers. So she is over 50,000 subscribers now posthumously. And I would say that her channel may reach more people in her passing than while she was here. So ironic that you work on a YouTube channel, you work on a YouTube channel, you work on a YouTube channel, you upload videos, you make videos, you set up the lighting, you set up everything so that you make the videos look great. And you really want to get the word out, right? You want people to benefit from it. You want people to get the benefit from the videos. Whatever the video is, to teach, to inspire, to share some entertainment, some fun, whatever the purpose of the video is, you want that purpose to be realized with people watching the videos and people benefiting from the videos, or laughing, or learning, or connecting, or bonding. So many different reasons that any of us have YouTube channels. And it is quite incredible that her YouTube channel may well touch more people now than ever. So she posthumously exceeded 50,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel, and her family is keeping the YouTube channel up. And she said, her family is going to reach out to YouTube and let them know, and they're going to manage her channel. And they said that they're going to find footage that had not been uploaded to her channel, and they're going to upload that footage to her channel. And that made me feel really happy, because all of us that are YouTubers got tons of footage that's not uploaded. Because maybe we're working on it, or maybe we're perfecting it, or just for whatever reason. So anyway, so I asked, why did it hit me so hard? Well, when I used to watch her back in the day, there was no one making videos like that on YouTube. Now, like I said yesterday in my first video about her, that now we have a lot of witchy channels, and I love that we have so many witchy channels, and I love all my witchy sisters, and I love all that my witchy sisters stand for: voodoo witches, Yoruba witches, Akan priestesses, hoodoo witches, Christian witches, sea witches, astrologers, tarot readers, psychics. We have so many beautiful witchy souls on YouTube now. So many beautiful witchy souls on YouTube now, Christian witches like myself. And when I consider that she paved the way for a lot of the witchy channels that are here now, because back in the day there were only 3 channels that I remember seeing that were uploading videos about the actual craft It was TipToe Chick, the Big Fat Witch, and the third channel that I used to watch a lot was Mirth and Reverence. And I think Mirth and Reverence, I just love her. She had an incredible channel. I think she still uploads videos even now. And back in the day, I used to watch Mirth and Reverence, and it was eye-opening to watch these witches. And being a witch on YouTube was not a thing back then. It's a thing now. People know witchy channels. We have a lot of successful witchy channels. There were not a lot of successful witchy channels 10 years ago. There just were not. So it hit me hard because it's close to home. It's close to home. I mean, I think she was younger than me. A YouTuber, a YouTube witch, 3 kids. It hit close. And it was quote unquote sudden. And that could have been me. That could have been any of us. So the emotion of it, when I found out about it from Kellyanne Maddox, a beautiful witch here on YouTube, when I found out about it, I just was bawling. At first, I didn't believe it. You know, TipToe Chick, I'm still subscribed to her channel. I've been subscribed to her channel. I don't know how long, maybe a decade I've been subscribed to TipToe Chick. TipToe Chick? No way. I didn't believe it at first. Not that I thought Kellyanne Maddox wasn't telling the truth. It was just my instant sensation was, no way. What? And I went and I did my research, and yes. And so I guess that's one of the first stages of grief, is denial, that no, can't be. And yes. And then I saw video after video after video from the witches of YouTube, this beautiful community on YouTube, about the passing of TipToe Chick. And wow, it's true. And as that sank in deeper and deeper, just well of emotion, just wave and wave of emotion and emotion. Then I started looking at her pictures, and I clicked onto one of her videos and watched her video, and she was dancing to a song on Facebook, and I was just, whoa. So much emotion was coming up. So much emotion was coming up. So here's the message. I have a few messages from this experience of remembering TipToe Chick. Her sister said something really amazing. Her sister said that one of the EMTs on site was a witch. And she said in a Facebook post, it's like the universe always has your back. I'm going to link up her Facebook page under the vid. The universe always has your back. Can you imagine one of the first responders on the scene of the car experience, the car accident, was a witch? Next, her sister said she was sitting on the porch drinking her coffee one morning since it happened, I don't know, I think a couple of mornings ago. And she said all of a sudden, her whole porch was covered with ladybugs. Just ladybugs. I have the god bumps now. Just ladybugs everywhere. Ladybugs. And she said it was swarmed with ladybugs. And she said that ladybugs literally was almost like going into her mouth while she was drinking her coffee. And she said, I've been in this house for 2 years and I have never seen a ladybug anywhere. She said, and I knew it was her. She said, I knew it was her. And that's just like a witch, isn't it? That is just like a witch. To come with ladybugs, you know, and it was almost like a ladybug embrace. It was like a ladybug explosion. It was like a ladybug, hey, I'm here, you know, so much like her energy, the ladybugs. And she said she knew it was her. She knew it was her. I mean, just out of nowhere came all these ladybugs. So, you know how they come to us. They come to us after they cross over in butterflies and dragonflies and ladybugs and hummingbirds and ravens, and, you know, because they love you, and they cross over, and they don't want to leave you. They love you. You know, my mother gave me 222, number 222, so that every time we see it, we know. So now probably her family knows now every time they see ladybugs. You know, probably now she knows if she wants to get a message to them, she can, you know, do ladybugs. That's why there's ladybug emojis here on this video. So she also said that the service is on 11/11. And that was the same day of my book launch. And so I asked Spirit, should I, and I'm going to her service. Her service is in Georgia. It's on the eastern seaboard of the United States, and I'm on the eastern seaboard of the United States, and I do want to pay honor and tribute. I do want to honor and tribute the life of this incredible witch who touched me so much, and that's the least we can also do for her children, because we need to show up to let her children know that their mama took care of so many people, because I can't imagine her babies, right? Her children. You know, children just want their mom. So, you know, we really get to show up and say, your mom did that thing. Your mom did that thing. So in her short, brilliant life, she did it. She did it, you know? So nothing to be ashamed of with this life. And yeah, we want the life to be around a lot longer. And so we all get to come to terms with that, however we come to terms with that. So I am going to honor her service. And so I have the book launch that day, Confessions of a Christian Witch, very synchronistically, 1/11/11 at 11 a.m. And I'm still going to do the book launch that day because I asked Spirit, you know, is this something to still do now? And yes, it's something to do. Why? Because ever since her passing, after I got through this sadness and just wave and wave and wave, my eyes are still swollen from just bawling. After, because she just meant something to me, right? She just meant, she stands for a lot inside of me. She stands for being unapologetically you. She stands for being a witch sister. She stands for sharing her journey. She stands for inspiring people. She stands for being uniquely herself. She stands for moms. She just stands for a lot inside of me. So I'm going to her service, and my book launch was going to be at 11 a.m. and it still is at 11 a.m. It was going to be a couple of hours from 11 to 1. Now it's going to be 1 hour, 11 to 12, because I'm going to be in Georgia, and then I'm going to go to her service at 1 o'clock, her memorial service, and she asked to be cremated, and so the family is cremating her, and they're having her service at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I feel like all the witches that can be there, it's a good thing to be there. So I'm just going just to be there, just to be there. And her family's Christian and she's Wiccan, and her family said they're very open. They accepted her exactly as she is. They're very open. They said there'll be Christian music at the service, and I'm sure there'll be honoring of her Wiccan path, because her family absolutely accepted her Wiccan path, which is so beautiful. And it's just beautiful. The whole thing is beautiful. Life is beautiful. I mean, life is searing and haunting and ugly and tragic, and life is also beautiful and blissful and spectacular, and life is. So this is the message from it. The message from it is this. And I promise y'all, I'll be ready Monday morning. I'll be back to myself Monday morning for Vibe Up. I'm honoring all my feelings. And last night, I sought to do something else, and I didn't. I just sat. I had an impulse to do something else, and I didn't. I just sat in all the tears and let the tears come and let the emotion come and let it come. This is my biggest lesson from TipToe Chick. For my life now. This is my biggest lesson from TipToe Chick for my life now. I cannot afford to be in any level of fear. I cannot afford to be in any level of fear. I cannot afford to not live my big, fat, juicy, delicious life with no apologies because we do not know what tomorrow will bring. I cannot afford to be in a broom closet to any extent. I came out on YouTube 7 years ago in 2011 out the broom closet as a Christian witch. I have taken so much heat. It's not even funny. And guess what? I would take it all again because it's uniquely my path. No one can walk your path for you. Only you can walk your path. If you don't walk your path, we don't get that gift. A beautiful sister, Danielle Anderson, y'all know her. She gave me this beautiful choker for my birthday. This beautiful, beautiful, beautiful queen said last night, she told me last night on Facebook, as on this video about TipToe Chick, she said, I came out on YouTube last night and my heart was so full and so open and so happy and so joyful and so yes, that's what it's about. Witches cannot afford to be afraid. Witches cannot afford to stay in the closet. Witches cannot afford to live your life based on what other people think of you because those other people are not living your life. And when it's all said and done, when it's all said and done, what are you going in the history books for? What are you going to be known for? What's your name? When you leave here, you leave owning one thing, your name. You will not own property when you go. You will not own money when you go. You will not own anything when you go save your name. You will only own your name. And when people say TipToe Chick, man, she did it because that name means something. It means something. It has tremendous meaning. So when people say your name, what is it going to mean? I know that every day I'm going to do all I can now as I, really am being with the very thin line between life and death, the very thin veil between this side and that side. It's a thin veil. It's not like, that's so far off from me. It's not so far off from any of us. And when it comes for us, it comes for us. Ain't nobody turning it back, right? When it's time, it's time. And when it's over, it's over. And you want to go out of here knowing you did that thing. You did that thing that is your soul's calling. That is your reason for being here. That's your true will, as Aleister Crowley called it. Your soul's urge, the impulse that's inside you. Your heart knows what it is. All you have to do is get your body to walk it out. I'm not shrinking anymore. All the places in my life where I was shrinking, I'm not going to do that anymore. And I pray you don't either. I'm not hiding anymore. The places in my life where I was still hiding, being tentative, hesitant, procrastinating, I'm not doing that anymore because I don't know how much time I have on this planet. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to do something because there's any kind of thought in my mind of fear. I have so many things I want to do. Create a Christian witchy clothing line. Have services, a Christian witches church. Have services for Christian witches all over the world. I want to create a fashion show with Christian witches, with witches and goth and steampunk because I love goth. I love steampunk. I love witches. I have so many ideas, so many ideas, so many ideas. And I know you have so many ideas, so many ideas, so many ideas. And where are all these ideas? They're kind of in a box that says someday. Someday. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get to that because we're so busy in the day-to-day life of doing this and doing that. That's what I am anyway, so busy creating, writing the books and making YouTube videos and teaching and coaching on the Enlightenment Circle and leading retreats and what are the things we're going to do. Sometimes we're so caught up in what we're doing that we don't reach into that someday box and pull out a dream and say, this dream I'm going to work on now. You might not be able to do all of them at one time, but go in that someday box where all your dreams are that you kind of in the back of your head saying, someday I'm gonna, someday someday. Go in that box and pluck out something. That box that says someday and pluck out something and do it. Do it. What are you waiting for? You see, TipToe Chick very viscerally taught me yesterday. I've really been being with this. And I walked outside last night. Live your life like tomorrow is it. And I started thinking about that. Man, if tomorrow was it, what would I do today? Man, so much more than I would do on a normal, quote unquote, normal day. You know, if I knew that 2020 was my last, in 2020, I'm just going to go out. Wouldn't I make 2019 light up the sky? If you knew, wouldn't you be lighting up the whole sky? We don't know. We don't know. You don't know. I don't know. So, because we don't know, best live like you mean it. Live like you mean it. Live like this could be your last day on planet Earth. Live, really live. Love, really love. You ain't got time for hate. You ain't got time to look at nobody else and what they're doing. You ain't got no time to compare. You ain't got no time to feel guilty over the past, feel shameful for things that occurred in the past. You ain't got no time to be afraid of the future. You got no time for worry. You got no time for fear. You got no time for doubt. You got no time for insecurity. You got no time for jealousy. You got no time for anything other than love and getting your big, fat, juicy peach of a life on. Light up your life, living your life like it's golden. I ain't got time for nothing else other than living my life like it's golden. And no matter who's on board with it, who likes it, who doesn't like it, I got no time for nothing else other than living my life like it's golden. And I would offer that you do the same. I'm going to end this message with this. Y'all know, if you follow on this channel, that all of my witch hats are named after beautiful witches that I love. And so this beautiful baby didn't have a name yet. And you remember in the video, I asked you to name her. So in honor of the beautiful witch, TipToe Chick, this hat is now named after her. TipToe Chick. I love you. God bless you. Live your life. Live your life. And don't look at nobody else. Live your life.